Hello everybody, my name is Pravus, welcome back to more Hearts of Iron 4, the Unification Wars in this Warhammer 40k themed overhaul mod. I am actually really liking it so far. The introduction has been solid with some really good story. I'm finding myself to be pretty engaged. The question is it going to hold up as time goes on? We'll find out. Right now, we are proceeding with the First Sons for our national focus. We did just get some peaceful annexations of the Eagleborn and the Dragon Kingdom, or whatever they were called, which does give me a few units that I can use. Let's see. Now, in order to move on, let's see, how long do we have here? I'm just making sure I stop training in time. So, we're going to have a decision to make here. Do we want to go for domination and just outright start attacking people? Or do we want to do ultimatums to the remaining tribes, force them to decide between subjugation and war? I would think them peaceably joining is better. Heck, we might even get some cores with that. Also, why lose the war support? If we can, if we have the opportunity to annex them if they say no, then isn't that the same kind of result here? So it's better just to go for the ultimatum? Maybe. We'll see. We'll also eventually get access to Biotechnical Division. Unlocks the Astartes program. Now, that sounds familiar, based on a fan animation project that I seem to recall seeing about Warhammer 40k Marines and such. I don't know all the background behind it. It was just really cool to look at. So, some of you guys probably know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's only just going through my head, but I'm pretty sure I recognize that. You guys can tell me if I am right or if I am wrong. Still taking a long time to build any more factories, but I'm trying, gosh dang it. I would love to get over to partial mobilization if we can. Also, getting a captain of industry wouldn't be a bad idea either. Let's go ahead and start regenerating my morale. Why waste any equipment at the moment? I really hope we haven't been wasting any power armor or anything. You guys are all still at full 100% fighting strength, right? Yeah, so you're all completely fine. I mean, these are just infantry. They don't have power armor and stuff anyway right now. There's the First Sons. I'm going to go ahead and try for the ultimatum. I just have to think that this is better. Hey, these guys are actual power armor now. Okay, we got 3 power armor units. It's not a lot, but it's a start. By the way, I'm going to go ahead and toss you guys under a field marshal. I assume I don't have one. Ooh, I do! I have field marshals out the wazoo. Oh, we've got generals now. Oh, well, okay. I'm sorry, Cochrane, but you have to go away now. I'm going to take one of these other guys. Let's see. Chance to get sick? Yeah, these guys can't get sick. That's interesting. Alright. Well, okay. Let's put you in charge, I suppose. And for a field marshal, we have a couple really good options here. Level 6 and level 7. My god. These are some high freaking stats. That's not a perfect chance to get sick. Only 99% instead of 100%. Promotion cost, and we can assign a new trait, or attack planning, promotion, division recovery. I guess we take you. You're pretty darn solid. But yeah, alright. And what kind of new traits do we have? Has this been changed? Yeah, aggressive assaulter for breakthrough. Organization loss when moving, max entrenchment, and so on. I imagine you're going to be using the breakthrough, so we're going to give you aggressive assaulter. This seems like an offensive field marshal, if ever there was one. And I might actually want to go for the reinforced trait, or maybe just the raw attack. You know, I'm going to go for offensive doctrine with this guy. And, you know, we can also get... We might get some other traits and stuff. Let's hold a slot just in case. But getting some reinforced rate and stuff could be kind of nice. Could be. As far as research, we finished up with some more construction tech. That's all fine. Could go for some excavation. But I think instead, let's go for some basic support weapons so we can get some breakthrough, since it looks like there's a chance that I will be going to war very soon. And we could spend some political power to do things like enforce my rule for some extra experience and stability, rally the tribes for war support, seize from the local tribes, losing stability to gain some infantry equipment, get some excavation tech, and we can start getting some additional plasteel and ceramite. Both of which seem pretty good, but I really want to be getting things like partial mobilization. I really want to get things like the captain of industry. All of those seem kind of important, if I'm being honest. For now, though, let's just jump forward. Okay, the ultimatum has been sent. Beyond that, if we controlled some territory, I'd be able to make progress on some other missions. I can't at the moment, so I think we ignore that. More civilian factories, we would lose consumer goods and gain... Yeah, this seems great. Basic autonomy, recruitable population goes up and consumer goods goes down, and we get civilian factories. Oh my, yes. That is absolutely something I need. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, so a lot of people did, in fact, decide to join.
I fear nothing, for I am...
But not everybody. Some of them chose not to. Very well. Let us take the power armor and place them under a unique and specific legion under this guy's control. What template did I just gain from all these people? Techno-barbarians. I got several techno-barbarian things. I can't imagine they're... Well, I mean, they have better recovery and breakthrough and defense and stuff. These guys just have better stats than infantry across the board. They're pretty good. Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and set up over there then. Let's set up a quick little front line like so. And then you, Mr. Power Armor, are going to go right up over here with the intention of trying to snag this capital. If we can focus your fire on all of it, then maybe we can knock them out pretty quick. So a couple of people. Solari rejects, and the Dugani rejects the ultimatum. So most people happily just joined. The Himalayas are basically now united. We apparently have planes in reserve. What? No, we don't. What planes do I have in reserve? I do. Age of Strife aircraft. Oh, hello. Alright, well, I guess we should try to do air superiority and stuff, but I don't have range, so this won't do me much good. Yeah, never mind. This will do me 0 good. It's not anywhere near where I need it. Okay. Well, regardless, nonetheless, cool. So let's get our troops in position real quick. Blood in Kutan. The newly born Thunder Warriors make a brutal stand against the Kutani. Imperium Caption. I don't know what happened there, but alright. Fine, fair enough. Yeah, so let's get even more civilian factories and stuff, make our economy a little bit better. I'm surprised we did not just gain factories from all the other states we annexed. We didn't get any military factories or civilian factories, in fact. Fascinating. I don't actually want to attack, I just want to redeploy right now. Although, it looks to me like these guys have very little going for them. I think if we actually just march directly through, we can cut these two off. And you guys might be able to just go straight for the capital, too. I think they have 1 unit each, actually. Which is obviously pathetic, and I spit upon you. Alright, let's just go ahead and split them off, grab the victory points, and see if we can take this without having to do many fights. Well, okay, now we're actually looking at some potential problems. Let's see if we can get up over here. Let's help over here, cut this guy off. We are apparently low on strength with these guys. Why? We don't have custodian power armor. Yeah, that's where I was saying it's different than regular power armor, so I'm not sure if I need to be concerned about that or not. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and push, and we should be able to do a... Okay, hang on. This isn't what I actually want. Attack with the power armor all together, then follow it up with some extra attacks. Now we should be able to apply, well, apparently not all the soft attack. Terrain and nighttime, yeah. But we have enough soft attack, we should be able to start smashing these guys down. The Immortal Empire declares war on the Achaemenid Empire. What? This is a different empire, led by Ardusin. Seems creepy. I don't like him, but that's fine. So let's have you guys try to assist in taking this capital over here. You guys assist in cleaning these guys out. They shouldn't have pretty much anywhere to go, which should make it very easy. And yeah, if we can just grab another victory point over here, I think these guys will fall apart, which means I can then just focus all my fire elsewhere. We're about to march in over here. Got it. Alright, so these guys are going to fall. Yes, there goes the Solari. We get some additional power armor. And you guys are going to go here to try and take this capital. You go grab this victory point. You guys grab this victory point. You guys keep killing this person. The rest of you all try to take on the capital. May not need to do this. Might be fine using just the power armor, but it's okay. We'll make do. I just want this war over as quickly as possible, really. See if you can attack from behind down over this way, since it appears we're actually struggling in some of this terrain. So what am I missing in terms of logistics? A lot of stuff. Holy crap, all of a sudden I am missing a lot of equipment. Little concerned about that, but okay. Fair enough, fair enough. Let's go for some factory output. I still want to focus on economy where possible.
To the enemy!
Now that we are attacking you from behind, I would imagine... Well, we have reserves that still haven't popped in over here, but I would imagine we'll be fine. Where's the power armor? Power armor, attack here. Go. Okay, so the Eagle Warriors and stuff still haven't quite joined, but just the simple fact that they can join is giving them pretty huge amount of organization damage. Plus, we're attacking from multiple directions, which is making my life a smidge easier. You go ahead and attack from behind here as well. We have the combat width, so if you want to join, there we go, we can focus fire a little bit more. Yeah, that's a lot more soft attack. Not a ton of breakthrough, so it's still not, like, super effective, but it's something. Let's see if we can get over here and actually completely split these guys off as well. That way we make sure that they all die. Okay, so the Imperium is about to be completely united. We also have Age of Strife tanks now done. So light tanks or heavy tanks, do you think? I'm going to go with light, because I think that we don't have the materials we would need for this. I don't have enough ceramite. Also, given that the supply seems like it could be slightly tricky out here, I take it back. I mean, we got pretty huge amounts of supply. Maybe supply usage isn't an issue. So I was thinking supply weight, but maybe I don't care. Regardless, speed might be king here. So we're going to try for the light tanks and see if that actually does work. Come on, finish these fools off. I know you want to. Let's attack them all from behind. Attack these guys all from behind. Come on, really close. Just need to burn him down a smidge more. This guy's about to go away. There he goes. Okay. So I don't think we'll have lost much. There goes Dagani. We get some more power armor. We get some more infantry equipment, and so on. Done. I am going to take all states. I am going to take all states. And we're done with that. Okay. I'm liking, by the way, like, some of the little changes, like some of the UI, like the little button down there to accept and stuff had like a little animation to it. Not animation, a different background and coloring to it. Yeah, little things so far. Like, this isn't just some, like, thrown together fan mod. Like, this is actually seeming pretty reasonable to me. All right, so once we're done with autonomous industry, we now can move on to the tribes of the Himalayas and the kingdoms of the Himalayas, which basically is going to give us some free legions, and we're going to get a bit more infrastructure kind of across the board. Once done, we can get the first unification, which is going to give us cores on all the stuff that we just took, which seems pretty good, honestly, not going to lie. I'm going to go ahead and just set you guys to area defense for now or something, I don't know. I haven't got a clue what else to do with you. So let's just be a tanky guy, and I'm going to send my power armor to go hang out in the capital because parades are fun. I don't know. Okay, autonomous industry is done. Let's go for things like the tribes of the Himalayas. 35 days, some infrastructure. What's our infrastructure look like right now? Pretty low, but once you add 4 to a bunch of these places, I mean, it's actually going to be pretty decent infrastructure-wise. We should be able to build things rather quickly and take advantage of a lot of resources, which I do like. By the way, before people get mad at me, I didn't forget the idea of moving on to, let's say, war economy while I did that war, but the problem is I didn't have enough war support. If I could find a way to get another 22% war support, I would happily do that. The closest thing I can think of is this, which gets me 1% every 7 days, which I think this would be worth 20%. So even then, it's not quite enough for me to get enough war support to go for war economy. I'd love to jump directly there and skip the partial mobilization for 150 political power, since we already started at early mobilization. Whether it's actually the right choice, I don't know, but it's the choice I've made, and it's the one I'm going to live with. Tribes of the Himalayas is done. Let's move immediately on to the Kingdom of the Himalayas, and take a look at some of these other free units. Oh man, a whole free army? Wow. Of, the Thunder Warriors. Yeah, that's pretty good. This is pretty good right there. That's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and put you over here instead and reassign the commander because I want him to have the full power armor under his command, and we'll just give the little leftovers to you. Holy crud. I just realized this is called the Kingdoms of the Himalayas. Oops, my bad. I guess over 30,000 years, things change names. All right, first unification. Definitely need this. Definitely need all the cores. Need the political power, etc. Also will save me the 50,000 manpower that's currently being used for our garrisons, and we are actively losing lots of equipment trying to keep people under control, which is just not fantastic. So what else do we gain here? Some very tiny little armies. That's it? You only gave me 2? The last guy gave me 24! Oh, these kingdoms are like really holding out on me. I'm gonna go ahead and try rallying the tribes a little bit and start building up some war support. And the reason I'm doing that is I know once I get to the first campaign, I'm going to get another 20% war support, which makes me think I might have enough time to get back up to 150 political power and go for war economy the next time I go into some sort of a war, which has to be coming up relatively soon. And that would be not only a huge military boost, but also a huge economic boost, hence why I want to do it. Finished up with the delay tactic, which has to be really good for my power armor too. Aren't they considered to be leg infantry? And now another 20% defense. Only good things can come from this, I'm sure. And here comes the first unification. Done. All right, moving on to the first campaign next. It is done! In less than a year, I have united the disparate wilds of the Himalayas. From the Tegeric Mountains to the fringes of Zeg, my dominion is absolute. The ancient peoples that have lived here for generations kneel to me, hailing me as their overlord. My rule shall be one of healing and reconstruction, for I shall make these lands thrive again as they once did. Though some still resist, the people's love for me drown out those who would refuse my new order. And all across the lands I hear the chants of my 1,000 names. The Lord of Lightning, the Dragon, the Eagle, the Master of the Lines, Savior, Master, Leader, Father. I have been known by many names in my millennia of existence, though most are forgotten to me. But if I am to be the leader of man, I should not be known by so many aliases. Malkador understands this, and has come forth to me to propose a final title, one that shall be known to all on Terra and beyond. When I set forth from these secluded mountains and into the blasted wastelands that were once my home, I will make these barbarians know who I am. When they speak of my name, the weak and contemptible shall flee and cower, denying my name. The brave will stand and fight, challenging my name. And the wise will lay down their arms and submit, for they shall know my name is true. I am the Emperor of mankind, and my age has just begun. I am now the Emperor of mankind. Oh! That looks a little silly, actually. But cool! Now, I've seen some of the other artwork and such of the Emperor of mankind. It's kind of a cool figure, not gonna lie. Alright, so now we've got cores. I actually do have a couple of other factories to work with. I could really use some more equipment across the board, especially the infantry equipment. Would love to start producing tanks. Honestly, not sure if maybe the other stuff's better, but would love to get some tanks anyway. Let's go ahead and get some reinforce rates. Just, I often neglect some of the radio and radar and stuff, and I feel like to my own detriment most of the time. We now have more than enough war support. What was I worried about? Okay, the Emperor's Protection Division Defense can create factions. Right? I don't know what that means. I don't know where that came from, but I got it. Yeah, why do I suddenly have huge amounts of war support? I regret wasting power trying to rally the tribes. Shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have done it. I didn't know. I didn't know. Well, the first campaign's going to be at least a while. That's going to be another 50-ish, 55-ish political power by the time that this is done. Which means I won't have quite enough to go for my next thing until we finish up something like this. I might want to be able to go to war with 2 people. I need to force myself to get war economy. It's just too important to have a boost. I also really want to start getting, like, my bio soldiers. The Astartes program purges the Thunder Warriors, researches Mark II power armors for the Thunder Warriors. Ooh. Oh, that sounds pretty cool. Let's go for another level of the tank, the Scylla, or just Scylla. Are these based on, like, the actual little Warhammer 40k, like, models? Are there tanks? I don't know. I've only ever seen, like, the Power Armor Marines, which are pretty cool, by the way. I like them, but I don't know a ton. Not an absolute ton. Whatever, it's fine. Let's just sort of sit back for a second and wait for the first campaign, because I need to go do some war. Okay, first campaign is done. Let's go ahead and work on this one. Get an event. I don't know if this is going to give me an opportunity for some subjugation or not. Maybe. The War Council. The 4 watched the holocapture, displaying a map of the southern lands through an electric hue, which hummed through the occasional flicker. The 2 generals stood over the capture, studying its details, but they watched from behind in silence. But they watched? Capital T? Is this a person? Or an it? I don't know. Ind, Valdor spoke, a proud land, and one unlikely to submit easily. I have walked through their realms before, and I have come to know some of them. They despise outsiders, and for good reason. Eric Tyrannus nodded in agreement. Aye, these kingdoms haven't seen proper order over their lands in centuries. Words won't cow them. I say we strike now, and hard. We'll give no quarter to any of them. They will submit to our rule, or they will die. Valdor frowned. We are not here to slaughter these people, Tyrannus. Such a destructive tactic would only be more of the same for them. We are here to rebuild their world, not tear it down. The Thunder Warrior barked a laugh. You've gotten strangely soft, Valdor. When I was a boy, my clan cast me out into the valleys, and I had to fend for myself for a full year with no food, no water, no skills. You were raised in high status, all gilded and pompous without a drop of brawn. This isn't a kind world, Valdor. Maybe you should figure that out before you start lecturing me on... He rose. Is this how it's going to be from here on out? The Emperor of Mankind is going to have almost a deific kind of he or they? Oh, I bet you that's what it is. Rose a hand. A sharp, tingling feeling coursed through the bodies of all those present, and a sudden presence of authority had made itself known. The two generals bowed their heads as silence filled the room. From the Emperor's shadow, Malcador stepped forward. You forget your courtesies, Eric Tyrannus. Do not be so rash in your judgment, my friend. Tyrannus bowed his head once more. I apologize, Lord Malcador. I forgot myself. Malcador nodded. To the topic at hand, then, our campaign through Ind will begin, of course, with the northernmost kingdoms. Perhaps we should discuss them individually. So, get events on each of them? What do we need to know about Pallas? The holocapture zoomed in. The kingdom is directly south. In many ways, the Indic kingdom, for it was the land of the birthplace of the new Indic civilizations after the end of the Golden Ages. They hold their ancient heritage and traditions close to heart, more than any other kingdom of Ind. The holocapture zoomed in further to the city, the Hive Ganjar, a city of ivory lords and palaces cleaner than the contemporaries at the very least. Though proud and stubborn, the Ivory King of Pallas is known to be more receptive to outsiders than most among his peers, thus diplomacy may be a viable option. Alright, what other options we got here? So wait, by reading this, if I just skip through, am I messing myself up? I need to read this stuff up and, like, actually get a sense of what to do with each of them? Where's my next event? You said I was going to discuss the others. I only got one event. I feel slightly robbed. Alright, well, that seems like a slight bug. It did not go back to the original root problem, but that's fine, whatever. So if I can diplomatically get these guys under control, that's flippin' fantastic. I've only been holding off on getting, spending my political power hoping for war economy, but pretty soon it might be worth just going for some more stuff. You know, we could go for, let's say, the infantry equipment, could go for a tank designer. Not a bad idea to get a little bit of offense and attack, but they're both kind of meh. Artillery I'm not using, attrition, meh. And then, yeah, we aren't really using the War Industrialists yet, though we certainly could. So we'll get that, then we'll also get this. What event is about to pop up here? A mission to Ganjar. My Emperor, Malcador said with respect as he bowed. He nodded. This is exactly what they're doing. Rise. The old lord seemingly struggled back to his feet. I apologize, my Emperor. My youth has long left me, and my legs have grown weak. I fear I am not as nimble as I once was. The Emperor could only shake his head. I see you practice your facade even amongst my presence. Your legs are as weak as your mind, Malcador. Malcador smiled. Facade! I assure you, my weaknesses are no ruse. The Emperor smirked. Very well. Why have you summoned me, my Emperor? For a mission. The Emperor produced a holo device. Pressing a button, a holo map of Pallas emanated from the device, enlightening the chamber in a bluish hue. I am sending you to the city of Ganjar to meet with the Ivory King. Malcador bowed his head. As you command, my Emperor. And what would be my purpose in this meeting? To announce our hostilities or negotiate a peaceful unification? Why waste equipment if you can get stuff for free? To negotiate a peaceful unification. I have spoken to the Ivory King in secret many years before I came to this land. as an outsider, yet that status did not alter his perception of me. He is, as you said during the council, receptive to new ideas and ways beyond his own customs. Though his own court has grown suspicious of him, he stands by his open mind. You will travel to the city of Ganjar with my message of unity, and to offer him and his kingdom a place in my Imperium. Malcador bowed to his lord. As you will, my emperor. I hope that the king will see reason. With that, Malcador rose and left the chamber. The places are set. Let's do another one. I wouldn't be surprised if Karam Rupa is supposed to be, like, ruthless. I mean, one diplomatic and one war? That'd be my guess. Meeting with the Ivory King. Hive Ganjar was small for a hive, yet still a sprawling city. The streets were packed in by thousands of people going about their lives. The markets were louder and saturated with the scents of modified spices, herbs, and other goods grown in the underground greenhouses, overseen by the produce castes. Or castes. I guess it's a caste system. Never mind. To the untrained and unfamiliar, navigating such a maze would be nearly impossible, but Malcador understood the geography of these places well. The districts near the Palace of Tusks were far cleaner and suited the caste masters that lived there. Malcador wound his way further through the streets until he came to the outer defenses of the palace. He presented his message to the guards, who promptly escorted him inside. My illustrious king, the herald said, allow me to present Master Malcador, ambassador of the Himalayan emperor. Malcador did his courtesies, bowing to the king, yet he feigned frailty. The Ivory King, of course, sat on a grand throne of elephantine tusks, bound together by bronze ancient prizes of a long-dead species. The king whispered silently to one of his advisors, but Malcador could still perceive the threat to his life. Rise, Master Malcador. I've heard of your emperor's great conquest of the mountains, and I must say I am impressed. It must take a powerful man to bring valley savages and dragon lords and such under one banner. His full title, however, is rather bold, wouldn't you think? Malcador nodded. Indeed, my lord, but my emperor's ambitions are not limited to the Himalayas, you see. The Raptor Imperialis will one day be seen in every corner of Terra. The Ivory King's half-hearted, sardonic smile faded. Why have you come, Malcador of the Himalayas? Malcador stepped forward, his elderly gait replaced with a bold stride. Unification. The king raised a brow. Unification? Of what? Of this world. Our world. Join our Imperium, and you will be part of the greatest moment of our species' history. The king chuckled. And why, might I ask, would I do that? Your realm would be protected to bring order to this broken earth. Well, the Emperor protects. Your realm will be protected. Your realm will be protected. This world is a dangerous place, my king, though you already knew that. War and devastation has consumed innumerable kingdoms such as yours, and brought low even the mightiest of lords. The eyes of Maria have watched Northern Ind with greed and hunger. An imperial ambition lies deep in the hearts of the Marian lords. Should you be assaulted by an invasion from the south, your kingdom would not hold. The Ivory King scowled, rising to his feet. Who are you to tell me that my kingdom cannot defend itself? One who has seen the armies of Maria, Malcador replied. Your warriors are brave, my lord, but the hosts of Maria are nigh innumerable. They would sweep over Rewasatina, Jeet, and all the other southern territories of your kingdom, and then they would come for you in your palace. Your words sound more like threats than warnings, Himalayan, the Ivory King spat. They are not threats, my king. This is what will inevitably come to pass if Northern Ind remains divided amongst itself. There was silence for a moment in the room, an air of tension lingered. Then the Ivory King set himself into his throne once more. He sighed. Wait outside, Master Malcador. I must speak with my council on the matter of your words. All right, we wait for another event. That did not go well, apparently. After a time, the king's herald comes forward. The king has his verdict, and I think he says, no. What is your decision? I refuse. Very well, we now have a war goal, and that suits me just fine because I still want to do a war economy. I immediately declare war! I didn't even wait for Malcador to get out. I just go for it. War economy. Boom! And that's what really mattered at the end of the day. We're good. Okay, so do we let him attack me, or do I go for him? Well, I think we make a push through here, and a push through here, and a push through here, and we're going to try to move toward encircling through these mountains, or at least breaking through said mountains. So I think if we had gone for earthly unification, that might be something he would have been more receptive to. But obviously, he was not really feeling it at that moment, which is a little unfortunate. Looks like we can easily punch through some of these mountains with our power armor. I hate to waste power armor, but that's what we're going to go for nonetheless. Let's try to push through around like this or something. You guys will move forward. You're going to sit tight. We are pushing through here as desired. One of you sit back behind. Let's go grab this victory point. And if we can possibly punch through this as well, that'd be fantastic. Just realized it would be nice if we could have had some air superiority and close air support. I don't think we're in range. Could try building a base, but I think it'll take a bit too long to be worth my while. Nonetheless, seems good. Now we have a mission coming for the next area into Karupa. We're going to try to push through here and grab these victory points and see if we can defend them. I imagine we can. Not going to worry about the rest of these until we have first addressed some of my wars. So let's now start working on some new military factories, because I could really use some extra production more than anything. And now we have an annex war goal against these guys. Oh, these guys you don't even get to have peace. Just straight out, we have to go kill them. All right, fair enough. First things first, though, get the troops in position, and we're going to see if we can, let's say, sneak around this way. And if we can join up, that'd be fan-flippin-tastic. I need lots more military equipment. I'm gonna want to start producing some of these tanks. We are working on the next variant, though, so maybe once we get Tank 3, I can worry about that a little later. Can we start pushing a little bit through here?
I fear nothing, for
I mean, I hate to waste myself attacking these areas if I'm not gaining much, but I do feel like I need maybe to send a few extra units to attack this direction. We'll attack both at once, because we only have so much combat width here to begin with, I think. And let's see if this will do the job. I want to encircle some units around the mountains, break through these mountains, and push. Push, push, push until I am very much victorious. That said, I think that this is where we're going to have to end this video. Always hard to tell with some jump cuts, but we'll go for it. As a reminder, by the way, I am still currently working on a joint EU4 session with Chewy Shoot. Unlike with the last mod for HoI4 with Palpatine's Gamble, I am going to continue playing this through. You just may see that this video will sometimes go up on different times. I think from now on, this video will probably be going up on like maybe noon or so. Eastern time. We'll see. Either way, just watch for this. We're going to keep playing through it. I'm intrigued by this so far. I'm actually really enjoying it. So let's see where it takes us. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.